Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about a question that just came up with one of my clients. I am going to guess that it's probably come up with many of you guys. So I think this will be of some value. Before I do get into this, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel grow and I really appreciate it. If you need help with whatever it is that you're manifesting, it doesn't matter what area it's in. Please feel free to email me a very brief description to kim@coreunion.com. You can book your session on my website. You can either book a 30 or 60-minute session, or you can also book packages. If you book a package, then we actually work weekly together. And currently, my most popular package is the 30-minute session package. After you actually email me and book whatever it is that you want to do, I'll reply with my first available. Today, again, I want to talk a little bit about just something that might help you. I want you to think about 3D and 3D circumstances that are going against what you are manifesting. I want you to think about it in this way. One of my clients had asked me, why is it that when I have been in such deep love for myself that my specific person still has not shown up or has not shown up the way I want them to? So I'm going to answer this from a few different perspectives. First, I'm going to say, you may be doing a lot of self-love work, and some of you may be doing a lot of the deeper self-love work, which is wonderful because you're at a place where you know that you are more than worthy and more than good enough of love, and that you are truly, 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 and authentically, unconditionally loving yourself and who you are. Okay. Others might be doing kind of what I think of as superficial self-love, where you're not actually going in and truly, deeply, unconditionally loving yourself the way you love your other half or your person, your mirror soul, however you want to label the person that you want to be with, right? And so if you are loving someone else more than you're loving yourself, then that means that you're putting the situation or them on a pedestal, and you have to think as highly of yourself. And for some people, you might actually need to just focus solely on yourself to really, really, really increase that love that you have for yourself, right? So another problem might be that you've been doing all of the work on yourself, which is wonderful, but you have continued to tell the old story about your person. So you're continuing to see the worst in them and not trusting in them, not believing in them, not having faith in them. And if this is the kind of partnership or relationship, like, for example, what I have with my mirror soul, Hannah, if I was thinking the worst of Hannah or the worst of the situation or not believing in us, he's going to feel that. And it's not going to feel good. And that's just kind of the way it is, because with these connections, we're always laughing because he tends to always, it's like we're just always feeling each other and we're always in sync, and we always document our synchronicities because it's just fun to experience. And it's amazing to experience this kind of connection with somebody. You might be giving yourself, again, all of the self-love and building yourself up, but you might be continuing to think really poorly about your person and continue to see them in their worst and not have faith and trust in them. And that is felt. That is most likely what's happening. So look at those three things. Are you truly unconditionally loving yourself, where you're not putting the situation or anyone else up on a pedestal? Good, healthy, happy, stable, secure, harmonious relationships are of two equal partners from my perspective. I don't think you want to create a partnership or a relationship with somebody that you are, sometimes when people are commenting other videos and saying things like, I want them to suffer for what they did to me, they need to do this, they need to do that, I want them to worship me, and things like that, you're not going to be happy in that relationship. You're actually going to be creating a problem on the other end of things that you're going to want to, it's just not going to work. So don't do that to yourself. Don't create a situation where somebody else, like, you don't want to be seeing somebody suffer. To me, that's not unconditional love. And that's not truly a deep soul connection. If you actually, I've read some pretty harsh comments on some of my videos that I'm just like, my response is, what are you doing? Like, if this is truly a deep soul connection, you could not possibly want this person to suffer. It is literally an impossibility. So from my perspective, if it's not a deep soul connection, move on, like just do the work for yourself and just focus on knowing that, the person of your dreams, your true love, is going to come into your life. That's what I did. And then, my true love, Hannah, came into my life. So anyway, so I do want to give this kind of example that is helpful. It used to be helpful with me, and I've brought it up to a couple of clients, and it's also helpful to them. If you are doing all of the inner work, and hopefully you're doing it all, and I'm not going to go through the video of all of the work, because all of my videos, you can just binge watch all my videos or get coaching to understand kind of the simplicity of the work. It's actually not that hard. It's just about focus and discipline and really committing to your truest and highest version of yourself and staying in love and trust. Okay. When a 3D circumstance comes up that really kind of like it literally throws you off, because it is literally quite the opposite of everything that you've been affirming for. From my perspective, this is really a good thing. This is a good thing that's happening. And oftentimes this is what needs to happen right before your full manifestation. So this is also a moment you can choose to get like really excited, because you're going to see through the illusion of the 3D circumstance. Doesn't mean that it hasn't already solidified in your 3D, but what's done is done. 3D is done. It's already been created. You can't control anything in your 3D. You can only control what's in your mind, heart, soul, what you're trusting in your inner imagination. Okay. So if you think about it, like most people are really afraid of snakes. Okay. Like I'm like really afraid of snakes. So think about a snake and think, I hope some of you guys, if you're super scared of snakes, I'm sorry if I trigger you, but let's say that you're in your house and you wake up and you go out in the living room and you see a snake in your home on the floor. You are going to freak out. If you're afraid of snakes like me, you are going to freak out. But let's just say you had no way of getting any kind of help and you can't leave the house. Okay. This is like, because I know a lot of you guys, well, I'll just leave the house. You can't leave the house. You can't call anybody for help. You have to handle this. Only you. So you go and you get, I don't know, you get a broom and you get something else. I don't know what you do, right? You come out and now you're like planning this and you're scared and you're freaking out inside, but you got to stay still. And you start to approach the snake. And the closer you get to the snake, the more you look at it, the more fearful you're getting, the more scared you're getting. Then the closer you get, you realize this snake hasn't moved. Then you hit it with the broom. The snake is dead. In that moment, when you know the snake is dead, it has no way of harming me. It's not going to hurt me. It's already like it's gone. All of your fear, worry, and doubt literally go away. Was it an experience that you liked? No. But it can't affect you and it can't harm you. This is how I want you to look at 3D circumstances in your life. It doesn't mean that you don't handle things in the 3D. It doesn't mean that you don't deal with things in the 3D. And maybe you even react poorly to a situation in the 3D. If you react poorly, don't assign the meaning that because you reacted poorly, you've destroyed everything. If you need to make an apology in your 3D, make an apology, and especially apologize to yourself, forgive yourself, and then go back and do the inner work and don't assign the meaning that you've destroyed everything. You need to really love yourself unconditionally, which means that you go in and you do the inner work to love the little part of yourself. And just remember that this is all part of the middle. And maybe this had to happen. Maybe this was one of many bridges that's really none of your business that is bringing all cooperative components, situations, and experiences together that is contributing to a happy relationship with, the person that you love. Okay. So affirm below that you know that it's done and that you trust in your end. And again, email me if you need help at kim@coreunion.com. I love you guys so much. Bye-bye. Nothing can come between us.